Welcome back again,
Thanks
family.
for tuning to B.Y.O.B. Bring your own Bible.
Yeah.
Well, we believe the Bible is basic instruction before leaving earth. The Bible is a book of principles, prophecies, promises, and plans. So you can walk out the purpose of God. So we're taking our time walking through the scriptures. Let's start out by saying Happy Father's Day.
Father's Day
Shout
to
out
all the
fathers.
men,
You
the
might not be
grandfathers,
perfect,
the
but you
daddies,
are present. And we salute you today, sir, simply because you showed up. We love you. We speak life over your life.
Exactly.
We thank God for you. Make sure you get some chicken, enjoy your kids, and spend a little quality time with your family.
Yes. Again, Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers, the father figures, to my own baby daddy.
What?
Thank you for being present.
Yeah.
Thank you for being an example.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for leading by example. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much, because you make this easy and fun and enjoyable.
Okay.
And I appreciate you. I appreciate your labor of love. I appreciate the sacrifices you make for our family. I appreciate the father that you are, because you are pretty awesome.
Right. Come on now.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Thank you, love.
Father's Day.
And happy Father's Day to you too.
So we are still talking about squad goals, because men need friends too. Yes, they do.
So that's friendly.
Yes, squad goals is the theme for the month. Last week, y'all know we dove into the story of the paralyzed man, and it was so. My husband kept saying, "Oh, that'll preach, and that'll preach, and that'll preach." So it was so much preaching in that. Prior to the week before, we talked about Ruth and Naomi, and we want you to be able to see the pattern here, to see the picture of what friendship should look like, how we can be better friends, as well as choose to be in circles with friends that not only people we can have a good time with, but like that paralyzed man, some people who got some faith, and some people who are going to help lift you up spiritually, and some people who are going to say, listen here, we ain't walking in defeat no more. We not walking in sickness anymore, but we're walking in healing. We're walking in prosperity. Listen, get yourself together, friend. Come on, let's go. So hopefully we can see the pattern of the type of friendships, the faithfulness, the loyalty, the faith, the prayer life, the expectation, the consistency to keep showing up. Like, guys, we have really got to reevaluate some of the relationships that we have with people and the way we are in these relationships, so that we can make sure that we have a squad that is creating a growth circle, faith circle, that is helping us spiritually.
Yeah, I like to say a Christ-centered crew.
A Christ-centered crew, CCC.
Sure
ain't that the detention center back home?
Make sure you have that. It's necessary if you're going to see growth. So we pray that through these lessons and plans that we take you through, that literally you develop the framework that's necessary to build strong bonds and friendships with people that are held value and that can add value to life. So that's our goal. Yeah.
So this week, we have a Father's Day edition, right? And we feel that it's very important, number one, for women to understand men a little bit better, right? To understand their position in our lives, their position as the protector, the provider, the priest, all of that. But also for men to feel seen, to feel heard, and to feel valued, because you guys truly are. We don't say it enough. And we want to make a conscious effort to recognize you, and not just expect you to provide and protect, but to also be there to be that listening ear and that place of peace for you guys. So this week we want to talk about the strong shoulders and the soft hearts, because men oftentimes don't share or show their vulnerability because they feel like they always have to be the strong one, and they're stand to let you know, ain't man gonna talk to mine this way, or I'm gonna protect mine, or I'm gonna provide for mine. It's that macho man mentality that we often see, excuse me, and we idolize that and we expect that from our men.
Right.
But although they have strong shoulders because the weight of the world is on them, so they have to be strong, especially for a black man, but they also have soft hearts, and we want to look at that today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and read our scripture for today from the NLT version.
Read, Dooley.
Read, Dooley. Come on. So let me go to my Bible gateway here. So Luke chapter 15. Again, we're talking about strong shoulders and soft hearts to better understand the men in our lives and so that they feel seen, heard, and understood. Okay. So chapter 15, and I'm going to just jump on down to verse 11. I kind of want to read it all, but I was like, we got 60 minutes here. All right. It says, to illustrate the point further, Jesus told them this story. A man had two sons. The younger son told his father, I want my share of your estate now before you die. So the father agreed to divide his wealth between his sons. A few days later, this younger son packed all his belongings and moved to a distant land. And there he wasted all his money living wild. About the time his money ran out, a great famine swept over the land, and he began to starve. He persuaded a local farmer to hire him, and the man sent him into the fields to feed the pigs. The young man became so hungry that even the pods he was feeding the pigs looked good to him, but no one gave him anything. Y'all, I went further than 15. I just kept reading because I can see the story playing out. Anywho, I'm gonna stop right there because we were doing 11 through 15, right?
You read that, Eddie. You might want to keep going.
Okay. So where am I? The young man was hungry. I read that part. When he finally came to his senses, he said to himself, at home, even the hired servants have enough food to spare, and here I am dying of hunger. I will go home to my father and say, Father, I have sinned against both heaven and you, and I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Please take me on as a hired servant. Right. You want me to keep reading?
No, you right there. You in there. You can say what the father did.
So he returned to his father. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little lost here. So he returned home to his father, and while he was still a long way off, his father saw him coming. Filled with love and compassion, he ran to his son, embraced him, and kissed him. His son said to him, Father, I have sinned against both you and heaven. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But his father said to the servants, quick, bring the finest robe in the house and put it on him. Get a ring for his finger and sandals for his feet, and kill the calf we have been fattening. We must celebrate with the feast. For this son of mine was dead and now has returned to life. He was lost, but now is found. So the party began. Meanwhile, the older son was in the fields working. Don't go there, right?
No,
okay.
Good. Go.
What tell you what you want to do? Meanwhile, the older son was in the fields. Can y'all see the story playing out? It's pretty good here. Meanwhile, the older son was in the fields working. He returned home. He heard music and dancing.
Yeah.
And he asked one of the servants, what's going on? Yeah. They said, your brother is back, he was told, and your father has killed the fattened calf. We were celebrating because of the safe return. The older brother was angry and wouldn't go in. His father came out and begged him, but he replied, all these years, I've slaved for you and never once refused to do a single thing you told me to. And in all that time, you never came to me you never gave me even one goat for a feast with my friends. Yet, when this son of yours comes back after squandering your money on prostitutes, you celebrate by killing the fattened calf. His father said to him, look, dear son, you have always stayed by me, and everything I have is yours. We had to celebrate this happy day, for your brother was dead and has come back to life. He was lost, but now he is found. So it's 15. I mean, 11 through 32 is what I read.
It's good. The story is short, short story in there.
It's good.
But it goes to show you so much stuff that you're unpacking in there. And you can go all over the place because it's showing you a man life in different phases. You got the father, you got the oldest brother, you got the prodigal son. Another translation where you said before he got to those pigs, it said that he lived a rowdy life, rowdy living with those people. So the people that he's living a rowdy life with, they're partying, they're enjoying life.
Turning up.
But when those funds run out, them people turn their back. And so it take you through that process. And now what's taboo? He's eating in the pig stock, which is knowing them, their culture. They're not even allowed to even be around pigs or that consumer. Pigs are so disgusting to the point that you're eating with them. It's just symbolic that.
Not eating them, but you eating what they eat. Them.
Yeah, it's symbolic that sin will take you farther than you want to go.
Keep you longer than you want to be.
Longer than you want to be kept. Make you pay more than you're willing to pay because that's the danger of life. But dealing with this, I like to unpack a couple things, especially with his Father Day. Let's talk about the issue with men. You're dealing with the issue with men from so many different versions. Here there's a son, must get restless in the house, decides to go to his father.
The young one, I'm bored. I don't want to hear no more.
I want my part. I want, give me me. That's what he go to his dad. And then you could even talk about that, some degree disrespect, because in that culture, you're not even dealing with the father inheritance till he died. So that's all symbolic, like, man, you're dead to be giving me. Like, it's time for me to get my part. I'm not even acknowledging you as the head of the family with the plan and the purpose. I'm saying I want to go do my own thing. And then it juxtaposes our relationship with Christ. Sometimes we get frustrated. We get overwhelmed. We feel like he's not moving fast enough. When is my promise coming? When is my marriage coming? When is my relationship coming? When is my finance coming? When is my business? We have all these desires and goals, and sometimes we try to override God's plan for our life. So you can see yourself in so many different phases because we could be the prodigal son that get anxious sometimes. But then at the same time, there's nothing wrong with being ambitious either. It's a fine line, though, to make sure when you're being ambitious that you chase the purpose and you're not just chasing flesh. You got to be chasing the purpose and the plan that God has for your life and not being distracted by the things of this world. That's why he says stuff in Matthew, seek ye first the kingdom of God. And then all these things shall be added to you. In other words, we do it in reverse. We seek all these things, and then secondary, we send the kingdom. Yeah. We need to focus how he tells us to seek him first, and that's what the prodigal son missed. He missed, so he started chasing something because he thought something. And so crazy, he go to a faraway land. You don't go down the street.
Leave Mansfield, Louisiana, and go to Cali.
What? You don't just go down the street. You go
far away.
Because you're trying to get away from anybody that got associated with your dad, that know your family, know your environment. I'm going to go do my own thing. And that's how I sin, or that's how I lifestyle outside it. And let me bag up, not even just sin, just the human experience. Sometimes we just want to chase something and go off a green, and nothing wrong with that. I encourage every man to make sure you do that. That way you don't have to live with regret when you get older. Make sure you chase. I tell my boy, chase your dreams while your legs still young. Don't wait till your knees and stuff start hurting, talking about you wish you would travel. Now do that stuff now. Achieve that stuff now. Go chase the military. Go do this. Go chase your dream while you're in. And that's not just me. That's Bible. It said work while it's still day, because night coming.
Yeah.
He telling you work while the sun's shining on you, bro. Work while you still in the daylights of your life. Because night will come, and when night comes, you won't be able to be as active as you will. So it's a lot of good points to pull out in there.
I think we hear so much about the prodigal son and how he went away to a far land and he came back and his father received him, and we stop there and we shout. We never, or at least I've never heard, nor have I ever studied, the significance of the father's love, the older brother, his emotional, what I see here, I see internal strength. Right. Because number one, the prodigal son, you go from having servants and all these things to now you flat broke and you out there eating with the pigs.
Yeah, you doing bad.
And you down bad, but he didn't give up, right? He was like, I can at least go back to my daddy and work as a servant, So it shows some internal strength there, right? Because he's pushing and pressing forward, but also the emotional restraint of the older brother, because he's like, well, hold on, daddy. I've been with you since day one. doing my rightful duty, doing things the right way. Not one time have I been celebrated. What's up with that, you know? And then his father began to speak, but I can only imagine. I hear what daddy's saying, but right now I'm feeling a little jealousy, a little envy here because you ain't doing all that for me. Like, do you love him more than me? So I can imagine the weight of that, the stress, the heaviness that kind of brings, because now your mind is playing games with you. But it also shows the faithful love of the father.
Yeah.
Daddy was like, I don't care. He ain't asked it. When I just read that, not one time did it say, where have you been? What were you doing? Why you ain't got no money? Why you look like that? Why you look broke? Why you look nasty? Why you look toe up? Where have you been? I thought you was dead. What is up? Like, it was none of that. It was, is that my boy I see?
Yeah.
And he ran to him.
Yeah.
Embraced him. And then they had a celebration because he was lost.
Yeah,
now he's found.
Yeah, and we could go crazy. So what I think you were pointing out, emotional. There's an unhealthy emotional males that you see in there. Each one of them, the father, the son, and then the oldest brother. So they not healthy emotional on each level. The father, each son, because you see the older brother get upset when the son return because they throwing a party. You never throw a party for me. And I'm speaking to male culture, alpha male. Really, I don't know. You're not gonna be respected until you kill something. Till you have your own giant. Until you have your own. And manhood, you're not respected until you do that. And unfortunately, the kid that hang around or the kid that don't cheat you, then they gonna love you, but it ain't nothing there for them to see. See, that father and that youngest son see that. I say you'll execute. You'll take the chance, even if you fail. I see that I respect the effort. You see what I'm saying? That ambition to want something. The older son probably playing it safe. I felt like that before. I felt like I was the older son. Like I'm doing everything right, everything by the book, check the block. We at home. And I even told you that before. Married, teacher, praise team leader. Here it is. I'm doing this. It's like I'm doing everything right. That person not showing no love or respect. It's the renegade that everybody love. It's the one that go get in trouble. We love him. It's the one that go
because he provides entertainment.
Yeah, the one that go now. The one that's being reserved. Yes sir, no sir. Doing you get nothing.
So what I'm hearing is that men, even if they aren't that person,
they
will become the renegade because that's what people gravitate to.
That's the only thing. Let me hit this switch. That's what I did at 36. I came home bald head and everything. Let me hit this switch. Because the thing is, you would think less of the one that's at home. Nah, he said, man, you ain't never did. Because they don't know you can go. Yeah, let me pop your collar. Go show we can make moves. I can go do this because it's not respected. And I don't know what it is. It just when I'm learning too. You know, I'm still, what they say, going to middle life. But I'm still learning that about manhood. It's on the respected. Same thing we in our jiu-jitsu class. They on the respect the ones that put forth effort. Our teacher just told us this. Me and my son, my baby boy, I humble myself to go back to learn some details and steps that I missed because I wasn't in the instructor school. But they smashing you in there, tapping you out. The dude said it ain't even about you winning. The instructor says, the average, he says it's about you showing up each time. He's saying it's the effort. So even if you don't get the technique right and somebody tap you out, I just respect the fact you got an effort. But you had somebody in the middle of fighting the class just gave up. He said, I don't respect it. That's that manhood stuff I'm talking about. You respect it because the effort that you put in, the ambition that you had, that you're willing to meet up the challenge. And it's not even that you're successful. Success is the icing on the cake. But it's the fact that you're willing to go after what's yours. Yeah. David only respected after he killed Goliath. Yeah, nobody care because what they see. They never seen you in the wood line killing the bears or killing the tiger. They saw the lion. They seen you kill Goliath. Oh, your name ringing now. Oh, you popped now. You in the kings. And that's how it is when it comes to manhood. And I tell you, every man needs that. You need that because that's that validation within your community. And that's what he wrestling with. So the little youngest prodigal son leave, chasing dreams, chasing goal, chasing ambition. Father point of view, like you said, when he did come into the knowledge, you come into the knowledge, I mean, at some point he realized this ain't working. Every man get to that point in life where you go through different phases. I don't know how it happened to you, teenager, whatever, but I remember that moment for me, man, this ain't working for me. Like, this is not the life that I saw myself living. And until you get to that moment of clarity, you'll continue down that same path, and you want to acknowledge that pigsty in. But when you realize, man, this ain't where I was trying to be financially, this is not where I was trying to be spiritually, this is not the mental space I want to be in, something in you should change here. Because notice, he's not at his father's house, he's not in a better predicament, but while he's in the pigsty, this changed. And when we said that earlier, you could tell when everything began to be different, because it won't be the environment or surroundings around you. It's your psyche. Some here says, that's not for me no more. I don't care what it is. Like I told you, it was me cutting my hair off. It was symbolic of what was going on in my head. Like, all right, let me go and change the character that I am. And let me show up in this life a little bit different than I was, and be a little different person, because the person I was, I joke and say this all the time, I buried him in Oklahoma. Like, man, I'm not coming back to the same person. And then day one, I ain't wait. You like, man, I couldn't believe you came. Yeah, day one, because if not, that person will suck you back into that same world, because that's the perception. Now people see you through a new lens. Oh, we see this, RG3, okay. But that's it. And it's not the validation for them. It's what happened here. It changed for me for just manhood. So he come home. This is what I love about this story. It's so much preaching in there, just like we said last time. The man come home, said the father saw him from afar off and ran to him. That's another point. He's celebrating the effort. The boy never did repent and apologize. The father came before that. The father see him coming. It's the fact you making an effort to come back to me. It said while he was still afar off, meaning he have not now us. Now let him get here and go in the house. Go in the house. Make him not. Because we want you to go through the whole suffering. Let everybody see. Look how he look. Look, I told you leave me. This is what happened. Because we're going to want the whole city to see. That's what happened when you play with me. Nah, the real father say, man, even if my son ain't even got it all the way together, the fact he turning back towards me. We could go to church right there. Because church ain't gonna validate you on this, but he said while he was far off, church say get yourself together. He said while you was out there, this is gonna bless somebody right here. He runs to him. The son trying to say, listen, hey, I know you got hired servants. Listen, I'm not even worried. While he talking, go get the coat and ring. Go get the coat, go get the ring, change the shoe. Check this out. This was a blessing. While the son graveling, apologizing, trying to get himself together, the daddy throw the coat on him. When did that take a shower?
He was still dirty.
Man, he still got pig mess on him. He smelled like what he been through. He looked terrible, probably hard to recognize. But then he throw the ring on his finger for accountability and authority. Like, man, you got power. Even like this, before you get clean, why it's still on you? Now, religion gonna tell you supposed to got clean and get in there, take a shower, let your mama know you back. Why he just like he is, before he get himself all together, I'm gonna validate him off a relationship, because it shows that you can lose contact with him, but you can never lose connection. He said he saw his son. Never changed that. He ain't say that boy. He saw his son, and his father came running towards him, which is symbolic of our relationship with Christ. That even though we lose sometimes our contact with him, we never lose connection. Yeah, I know I ain't prayed in a week, but I'm still his son. I know I ain't doing what I should be doing. I'm wrong right now, but even in my wrong, I'm still his son. That's what everybody try to mention. And see, the world, church, and religious people, they'll make you think that the connection gone. No. Connection ain't gone, because connection is covenant. I had a relationship with him. I just lost contact. Big difference.
We stopped talking for a little while. But
I remember when I lived in Walmart, man. I ain't lose my mama in that bad boy, but she'll come on the PA system and call my name.
Meet me at aisle 3.
That your party is waiting in the front. Because even though I can't see you, I can't hear you, I just know that it's still a connection there. She's not leaving without me. And that's the relationship that you got to understand with him. Like, man, he loves you so much. He ain't waiting on you to get it together. He ain't waiting on you to get your finance together. He ain't waiting on you to get your spirit life together. Man, when I get it together, man, I'm going to stop doing this. I had somebody tell me that, man, I'm just waiting, because, I ain't got it all together yet. I like, clown. If you can get it together, you don't need it.
Yeah.
He wants you to come like that, because it shows codependency. Like, man, I need him to get it together. Put the ring on him. put it on, and then we're gonna celebrate the fact that you back. So not only did he just embrace him, he bring him back, elevate him, get him the ring. He got authority now. And like you said, he didn't investigate. He didn't get his man 30. Now, who you say you sleeping with? Nah. And then now, what the money that I gave?
Listen, I heard I got grandchildren out there, so he ain't say nothing.
We finna be dealing with all that. What the money that I gave? You spent all of it over there. That's how we doing. Yeah. Gene them told me you did that too. I knew it. They called me when you was there. We on all that because we want all the tea about a person's situation. Because we thrive off that instead of accepting, embracing them, bringing back. Now, I'm not saying being naive, somebody taking advantage of the situation, but I'm at this moment, this person is broken. Let me get you back here so we can get there.
Yeah.
Get there. What happened? The brother that's there, he upset. It's easy to get jealous when you see somebody else. Because you'll say to him, when we do it all the time, like, how you going to bless that? That person ain't living right. You see this, they ain't doing this. And what it is, the brother say, how can he get blessed when I'm doing all this?
Yeah. I'm one here by you working.
That sounds just like us. The ones that's in the house, we get upset all the time. Like, man, how in the world you can open up a door?
Look overlooked. You feel overlooked and underappreciated, not valued. I can see how that can be an issue.
Yeah, the older brother, I did everything right.
I'm out here working hard in this heat.
I'm working your business. I'm doing everything necessary, and I get overlooked for this guy.
Yeah.
And he get overlooked for this guy because the father see the heart of the son coming back to the father. But look what the father tell the oldest. You had access to this all the time. This ain't, I'm doing this.
Oh, this yours. This you anyway.
He was gone. I'm trying to embrace him back to show him what was here. You had this access daily, which says two things. One, he's emotionally disturbed because he don't feel celebrated from his father. But then at the same time, it's how he sees himself as well, to know you have access and never experienced it. Like, I could have been I could have did this every weekend. This is how I've been living. I could have had this the whole time. You never pursued it, which goes back to what I said at first about the ambition and wanting to achieve and go get what it is yours. That's in your nature. That's how he created. We created in this image and this likeness. Many times we sleep on that. God was very ambitious. He wasn't created. That's the reason I put forth things in motion. That's your human nature as a man. You're going to want to conquer. You're going to want to go. And that's the trick of the enemy to make you feel some type of way about that. It's just how you do it.
Yeah, so something that I see, like as we were reading the story and listening to you talk, like as a woman, I can see the grace that the Father extends to the Son, which lets me know our men need some grace because they're navigating this burden that you just born into it. Right. Like the weight of manhood, being a father and taking care of somebody other than yourself when you don't really know how to, because nobody has painted a picture for you. And I think it stems from, and this is just me looking because I'm not a man, I can't really speak on that. But what I'm seeing is, like you said, there was an emotional disturbance. They needed some emotional support.
Right.
Women, we everything that bothers us, whether it feel good or not, we talk about it to somebody. Somebody is gonna get all 22,000 words from me this day, right? But the men, you guys, you have very few words. So a woman doesn't really know how to cater to that when we're not talking about the feelings. And I know you don't want to sound like you're whining or complaining, but how do we provide you with the support? How do we help uplift you aside from prayer when there is this struggle here, you know, and this mental anguish and this burden of trying to provide when I'm not quite sure, am I doing this right? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Because like you said, you turned 36 and something just clicked and you was like, okay, I'm cutting all the hair off. Like a woman would look at it and say, this man going through a midlife crisis. Like, what is happening? He's crazy. He just flipped the switch on me, you know, because we don't really understand because we don't know how to support emotionally. We learn to pray for our man, but when you don't know how to support them emotionally, you don't really know what prayer to pray because we think you're going crazy.
Right. And then the thing is, it always been said, action speak louder than words. And sometimes, like you said, men don't have the words. They're not being verbal, but it's non-verbal clues that you got to listen to. Yeah, you could talk body language, talk just as much as my mouth. I'd be saying, "Yeah, baby, I love you," but look at my hand. Like my actions are speaking louder than words. So that's what you got to watch. We know that in law enforcement, we watch a person's hands. Like, what are they doing? Their body is telling. They can be saying, "Yeah, can I get your license and registration?" While they leaning over that body, they getting a pistol. The body language is tensing up, it's changing. I gotta be able to read it. Like, nah, that ain't no license. You don't grab a license like that. That's something else you grab. License, you gotta take, get your license. So it's just that you watching all the details. And I say this because when you look at the text at the very beginning, when you read it, it said the youngest son go to the father and say, "Give me what's mine." You never really hear a response from the father. So what is he feeling from a father? You don't like it here? You don't like what I provided?
They're not communicating.
It ain't communicating. And then the older brother is there. Why he don't say, "Hey man, listen, dad trying to do this."
Like this.
Or he don't say nothing when dad get him. Because notice said the dad give the youngest and the older brother their portion. The oldest can say, "Nah, dad, this ain't, youngest brother tripping right now. Prodigal son tripping, man. Let me talk to my young brother. Hey, this is what dad trying to do. He didn't map this out. We're trying to build this for the whole family. I'm going to stay, man. I don't think you should leave like that." And then furthermore, I'm the older brother. I don't think you should have talked to daddy like that. You see what I'm saying? But it's the lack of communication. Males do this all the time. We bottle stuff in because we've been told since we were little, you can't cry. And a real man don't cry, don't do that. Well, what I do with my emotions? God gave me tear ducts to make my eyes watery. So when that happened, what I supposed to do?
Yeah.
You didn't taught me to suppress it. Remember, you talking about me crying. You wanted to see me cry.
I was like, I thought it was going to be so sweet.
And the only place I ever felt relief to do that is in church. You would never see it outside of it. Like, it's just, let me be vulnerable with God. That's the only place where I ever felt safe enough to let my guard down.
And I didn't know how to articulate. And I think what I was really trying to say, you can be vulnerable with me,
but that takes time.
But I was like, you should, like, if you want to cry, you can cry.
Oh yeah. But we don't
didn't know how to say that. You know,
and then it's no soft place. And I say we argue about Samson now and get into another story. But Samson, we make it seem like it was wild sex and stuff going on. They just said he was trying to lay his head on her lap. Like, he looking for a place of peace. That's emotional disturbance. I'm sick of fighting all the time. I had the love of my life. I lost her. Try to get in a relationship. That person betrayed me. Like, I'm so sick right now. This the only woman where I feel like I can lay my head down at a moment of peace. And then she started nagging me about what my power was. So it goes to show that he constantly trying to get, because every time I jump up the Philistine, he's sleeping. Like, this is my place of rest. And that's what a man is looking for. He utmost part, man trying to find a place where he can rest when it comes to a relationship. So you see all this dynamic going on, but until that son is broken, I feel like the father can identify because he's been there before. Like, man, I know what it's like to try and fail. I'm not going to make this a public spectacle of you. Let me bring you in. Let me validate you. Put this on your back. Boom, put this ring on your finger. Man, change his shoes, man. His father did everything for him to put him back in his rightful place. And that other son is being disturbed because he never got a chance to express himself. But this moment he able to express himself, it shows us that you feel like you've been neglected.
Yeah.
Or you feel like you've been overlooked. Now, what is this that you never said this?
Yeah.
Why are you bottling up? Did you feel this way all the time? I feel like that was your favorite anyway. You used to do this when you loved. All of this is emotional. You like, I didn't know until they dropped that book. Then you know what they was trying to tell you. But it's those lives and stuff that you got going on that you don't even know that person feel like that. But it's this moment. And then the father shock, you had access to this the whole time. Like, are you surprised?
But again, he didn't know it because they weren't communicating.
Right.
So something that I'm seeing that I hope that we're learning from this story is that, guys, you don't have to always be the macho man, but open up and talk. Like, if it's people that you don't trust because they can't hold water, then maybe they shouldn't be a part of the squad like that.
Right.
But you should have a squad of people that you feel comfortable enough with, that you trust enough to where you can open up and talk so that you don't have to have that weight on you, that burden on you, so that you can do the things that you desire to do, the things you need to do, and the things that you want to do. So as I'm listening, as I'm picturing all of this in my mind, I'm thinking of how if the three of them would have just communicated with each other, they could have made a plan. They could have literally had a strategic plan of action so that everybody could be happy and they can all prosper and enjoy. Because when you first read it, it's like the younger son's like, man, it's boring, man. I see better. It's other stuff out there, man. It's the city over here, man. We ain't got to be herding no sheep, you know? So he takes his money and he goes, and the oldest son is still there working. But had they all communicated, developed a plan, or at least the father could have said, well, this is the plan of legacy I have for you guys, you know. This is the way I intend for it to map out based off my knowledge. Maybe you guys know something a little different. He would have known that had they been talking. So that lets me know that men need circles too. Because in that circle, there should be some trust to make you open up and communicate. And then so men need circles too.
Yeah, you got one that's lost out of the house. And then you got one that's lost in the house. He in the house, but he lost. He there. He see you. It's projected, but it's not.
And you know, we use this with church a lot. We say people leave church and they come back. They bring up the prodigal son and we celebrate. But if we talk in church, we got people in the church that are bitter, that are hurting, that are not talking, that don't know how to express themselves or whatever. And they're suffering. But we only celebrate those who have left and come back. But we have people that are there in the church that are hurting.
Hard time, and the whole time the one that stayed, which they would have. I wish I would have went out there. I wish I would have had to pay. You know what I'm saying? You almost desire that lifestyle, and you ought to hear people give their testimony. It almost sounds like they're more happy about the experience, or the outside lifestyle outside of Christ or the standard of Christ than they is the standard they have. But it goes back to those verbal clues too. I say this, getting older and just mature. You watching. I remember we was talking about this, and this a little while back, and I think we probably reached this point before we left Shreveport. You'll bring up something about something extra money or something need to get done. The kids have to go to a band because they can't go to regular school. Only thing I heard was work more overtime. That's the only thing I heard. And then you'll say, well, why are you working overtime? What?
I was like, I don't see you anymore.
To my mind, every time you bring something to me, the answer to it was, I need more money. So the only way I'm going to get more money, I can't be at home with you. So the conflict with that was, it's just not communicating. You communicate just saying, hey, this need, this desire.
I'm just talking.
But now, to me, is execution. That's another target hit. This person say 4 hours, stay over. This is an extra job here. I can pick up money here. So in my mind, I'm answering all these problems, not knowing females communicate differently. Y'all just bring up stuff.
We just be talking.
You bring up somebody at work, you don't want to fight them. I do. That's a different thing. You just bring them up because they got on your nerves today. No, I don't. We're not talking ever again. You enemy. So that's two totally different things. But that's the personality. That's the human experience. That's the male versus the female mindset. But then in that, boys, like 13-year-old, we got a 19-year-old. So I had to learn to manage those relationships. What it is to communicate with them. I tell them all the time, I got nonverbal kids, special need kids. I mess with them and say that because I'm trying to teach them how to talk because I want to talk to them. Our oldest is in Japan. The people around him, somebody told him, y'all family talk about everything. It's the way we try to raise them on purpose. I don't want you bottling that stuff up. I know what it is to be 19, 20, 21, and you have everything on the inside of you and suppressed. You can't bring up an idea or thought because somebody demonized it. Anything outside of church, you going to hell for. Like, golly. Like, that's the only thing God put me on earth for, just something within them for a while. It's almost just, we say, cult-like mindset. It's just totally different. He want my light to shine in the world and being able to be in a safe space.
Yeah.
That you say something. I think we taught our kids because we both got this, and I'm going to speak from my experience. You say something back if you want to. You get slapped in your mouth. I don't care what the situation is.
Oh my God.
You can be in the car with somebody and you said something in the car. Hey, my red. You like, I was trying to say the light was red. You running light. I wasn't even talking about it. Because in that moment, they so frustrated. They so aggravated. They not even listening. I'm just saying that's not what, only thing I'm doing trying to express myself. You done took that as
it make you shut up and shut
well,
down.
You know what? I ain't gonna say nothing until you gone. Like my niece told you that soon you walk on. Mom, what you say?
You're crazy.
Go in that room and cuss you out.
Oh
yeah,
my.
because the mindset is the kid can't say nothing.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. And then I never do that. Like I told my boys, you can always rebuttal and say something. You just gotta be respectful.
Yeah.
Now you disrespectful, I'm gonna treat you like you
So
disrespectful.
I have to open up because they think it's a trick. So I'll say, this is a safe space. You can talk to me. You're not gonna get in trouble.
They act like they've been beat though. That's what's crazy. Our kids act like they've been abused. But the thing is, if they got done like I got done, shoot, you'll know what abuse is. Got hit.
Oh my goodness.
Got tore up and everything else. Bruises and the whole 9 yards. But I learned then, those people, and I'm saying my mom who raised me, you gotta realize that person raised me out of trauma. 19-year-old kid have a kid, struggle, contemplate abortion, that didn't happen, tried it 3 times, it didn't work. So that's crazy by itself too.
But she heard the voice of the Lord.
So this is it. But the tried it the 2 times before. Yeah. It's the 3rd time.
Like, she said she heard God.
Yeah, why it's not working? It's not working because he was supposed to go yet.
Yes, thank you, Lord.
So in there, it's just the mindset of it, like, okay, that person not healed. So then you passing on trauma and stuff from your childhood, and then just how you raised. Cause my great grandma beat too. Yeah, my great grandma hit you with mops, catch you in the tub, hit you, beat you. Nobody talking you. You have no right to say nothing. And so then you learn, okay, sometimes a father can just be. He was immature when he had a kid. He just learning. Like nobody taught him. And then I said this one before. Me, we don't have no old school guys talking about a successful relationship. We joke about a certain man of God that he up in age and he give all.
He need to go sit down somewhere.
All this fight in the world. But you would think by now he should be telling people like me, I know how you can make a 50, 60-year marriage last. He's supposed to be giving out nuggets.
I should see that.
Yeah, he talking to people young, but it's just a mindset because it's no old cat males that I know, black males, that have sustainable relationship long term. And my father,
willing to talk to you about it.
Shout out to my father too, Bishop Mason, of course, marriage with Pastor Jay, the whole 9 yards there. But I'm saying just consistent in our community. Like women have big mamas and single ladies that say, hey girl, do this.
Auntie.
Make sure you cook this now. Don't do hey, when he do that, don't act like this, do this. This how you get what you want. Everybody we talk to 7 years old still talking about he'll play. You know, you gonna trade them in when they get miles on them. Like, what are you talking about? But it's the mindset, like, bro, you need to
stop. Trade them in.
You on your way out of here, man. You on your way out of here. You done spent some time in the hospital. Your time is limited, and you still talking about trading them out, man. Come on, man. So when
like we cars or something.
Yeah, it's weird, but I'm saying that's the male macho-ism. Nobody communicate. Well, how do you talk to your wife? What do you do if sex is the issue or something like this? Because there's nobody to teach us. So
it's like some digital magical manual is downloaded into you, and it's not. Somebody has to.
Nobody walk you through it.
And
then when you come into manhood, everybody lying. You in middle school, high school, they talking about sex. This person telling you something because they saw some porn video, and then now you get these ideas because he said it. You think, oh, well, he said this, what to do. He lying to you because something he heard, and it just build this culture where men don't be honest. It's just macho-ism. Like, you'll be at work, I laugh. After man, you ever talk to a man, every fight he had, he won.
He done knocked him out.
Every man won every fight, who the loser? If every man you ain't nobody never hit you. Nah, I'm telling you, I got that. I got one hand. Bro, everybody can't win. Even Mike Tyson.
Not all of them.
Not every fight. Like, you lying. And then it's the same thing spiritually. We do that feeling. I tell people all the time, man, I done been knocked out. The problem is I get in there. Everybody that I had a fight with don't want to fight no more. Whether they won or not, according to whatever standard you talking about won. My thing is you'll never touch me again, or you don't want no smoke again. You're like, all right, we good. I know we is. Now, whoever they can say got the most lick, you can bring up if you want to, but if you ask them right now, do you want to fight? Nah, he good. I bet, because I'm throwing chairs, I'm throwing books, messes, dirt in your eyes, I'll bite you. Yeah, I ain't got to win. Yeah, it just, you gonna
make it hard.
You gonna know who bit you in your face. He bit me in my face.
Mike Tyson, come on now.
I'm saying the mindset is that's not taught. So men don't share, so you don't even know it. So my whole time growing up, I've been trying to be a man and communicating, and you'll ask somebody something, they'll lie to you, and you thinking that's the truth because that's what somebody said. Then you hear rumors, and you know, okay, this. And then same thing with money. Everybody got to stunt like they got money. Everybody balling out of control. Come on, man. Everybody ain't. Why ain't the uncles or, hey, listen, I did this career path. You can tell you when I talk to my nephew and my son, hey, don't do this. Yeah, we're going to do the military. We're going to Air Force. This is a better route. They live better. They do better. They take care of their people. I'm directing this path. I had hit my oldest up the other day. He said, Dad, I ain't even thinking that. I said, I know, son. You 19. Yeah, you young, dumb. Man,
hey, hallelujah.
But the thing is, I was telling him, you got somebody thinking for you. You got that. And I tell my boys all the time, until you get my age or till the Lord call me home, I will always have lived the experience before you. Yeah. I've been 13 before. Nathan, I've been 14, 15. It's a little bit different. Y'all wearing skinny jeans and stuff, but it's the same thing. Clothes, style, hair, what you wear, what you say is the same thing. You just got social media. I know the peer pressure that you have from your classmate, but he don't have to walk through that alone. And I feel like that's what the prodigal son had to do. He had to lead to walk through that home because for some reason, he felt like something was missing at home.
Yeah.
Then the clown that's at home, the older that stay home, he in the home and still missing something. Yeah. You missing the access that you have. One leave to go get stuff that he think ain't there. Then the other one got access to the stuff that's there. He don't know he got the right though. It's still both a lost son, and it all rests and fall back on that father because he don't communicate that. It can be assumed. I assume you thought. You know you had access to this. I'm doing this for your brother because he came home.
But they probably repeated generational cycles.
And because his brother and dad might didn't share with him. Yeah. So all he doing is as a man, I'm showing you, I'm your dad. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't telling me? No, tell me. I can tell my boys all the time. They know everything. I'm going to tell you every bits and pieces of my mistakes, the stuff I messed up on. I want you to know it because I want you to know the mistakes you make. I tell my boys all the time, let it be the ones I didn't. If you're gonna make something, don't do the ones I did. You can learn from mine. Let you make something new. And I think that's what we see the dynamic with the prodigal son. You see a father, you see an older son, and you also see the youngest son, but then you see them friends that left this man soon as he lost everything. That's when we talk about squad goals. Now it'd be different if he had the right people around him when he had that money, that he had somebody that knew how to invest that money.
Yeah.
Hey, let us go open our own.
He just good timing.
Yeah. Let us go open our own pigs trap. I know you don't deal with pigs, but I got a lick on pigs. We could buy 12 of them for, What if he had the right people around him that knew how to move money? He picked the wrong. Yeah. So y'all being wasteful and rotted living, and that's what you see a lot of time when it comes to manhood, especially in our culture. It said we spend $2 trillion a year and don't own nothing. Rowdy living. We got the cars. We got the stuff that look clean. We got the jewelry. We got the clothes. Don't own no property. Don't own no business, don't have nothing. But then you have one of the, I think it's like the 6th largest economy where you can have your own country. The problem in the community is it's not taught like this. Sit that boy down and talk to them.
Yeah.
Well, I tell my, hey man, all the stuff you can learn in school, your mom gonna help you. I'm gonna help you with real life though. Yeah, your teacher ain't gonna talk to you, but the stuff I'm telling you, that's the blind spot that they don't tell you that's in a faraway country. Like that boy had to look out there and he want to leave the house. Well, let your daddy tell you what's out there.
Yeah.
I don't even want you to trip. I'm gonna tell you what's out there. It's a setup. They playing all types of games. They trying to roll you into the system. Sir. And that's how you walk them through. That's how you break generation curse. And that's why you see at the end when they all come back to the table, the dad is talking, the son is talking, and the one that stayed at home.
They learn through pain how to communicate.
Verbalizing.
Yeah.
We didn't waste all this time. We could have said it for you.
And this goes to show, and then I'm sitting here looking at this scripture here, how that even for men, the importance of having that circle or having your squad and building your growth circle, right? So I wanted to read Ecclesiastes. This is 4:9 through 12. Yeah. It says, 2 people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble.
Yeah.
Likewise, 2 people lying close together can keep each other warm. But how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but 2 can stand back to back and conquer. 3 are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. Yeah. And I'm seeing how the father, the oldest, and the youngest were just single cords that had never been braided or intertwined together because of the lack of communication. but they all went through their own cycle of hurt, of isolation, of pressure, and in the end, it brought them back together. And they were like that three-corded braid, because now we're talking and we're communicating and we're sharing experiences and hurts and pains. And the Bible doesn't tell us this, but we can just use our imagination here.
Now we're communicating to open up these scars, emotional trauma that we had. And it goes to show you, it stems from the father. The son that leaves takes what he wants from his father. The son that's there don't realize he had access to what the father had. And it's all because of what he lacks to communicate based on what you said. That could have been him passing on generational trauma and not talking.
So let's stop it so that the kids coming up don't have to deal with this. So let's paint a picture for them. And I think at the end, that's what they did. And we as women, we sometimes do not realize the silent pressure that there is for men to lead, to provide and protect. But we have to be a little bit more spiritual and think about the generational curses that they may struggle with, that they may not even be aware of. So when you're going through that dating process, instead of talking about how you like it and where you like it and what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, because you know that's the conversations we have from time to time. Instead of talking about that, you need to be looking at these family lineages and seeing what's going on in that family line. Looking at, here, listen, this right here is real talk, okay?
What they talking about?
You need to be looking at that family lineage and see what's really going on, because once you get, because this is how you know what I'm talking about. You can be living in sin, right? You can be shacking and doing everything married people do, right? And as soon as you say, I'm going to do it the right way, I'm going to honor God, and I'm going to get this woman my last name, we're going to get married, it seemed like, what? It wasn't like this before. It's like y'all arguing, you beefing. It's all of this extra going on. You start looking for stuff that wasn't even there, but you know what they say, you go looking for it, you'll find it. All of these, it seemed like all of the negative stuff start coming out. You would think that stuff would happen while you were in sin, and then once you do it the right way, things would be like, oh, God has blessed it. He has, this is preordained, you know?
Because you're trying to do a spiritual act in the flesh.
You're
trying to make the two become one. That's what the Bible say. And even before you even say the marriage thing, when you lay down with somebody, it's saying that those two individuals become one. That's a covenant that happened, but you're doing it in the flesh. That ain't gonna work. This is a spiritual act, but you're trying to do it in a fleshly way. It's not gonna work. It's contradictory. That's where the conflict come in at, because you haven't not put yourself in the right space to do this the healthy way. And people struggle already, but you're doing it on top of it. But it goes back to that, being able to communicate that faithfully and consistently.
Do your research.
Hey, this is where we're going. And like you said, do your research with relationship, and then understand that to unpack those levels. And then especially when it comes to males, be okay with talking and expressing yourself emotionally, and be emotionally healthy without speaking and sharing what's going on with you. All that, we mess with the kid all the time. I was school good. They almost,
talk to me, Nathan.
It's basically almost
what was good about your day
to get you out of the way, and it's, you got to unpack that. And males do that a lot too. Yeah, hey babe, how was your work today? Like, everything good, because you ain't gonna be unpacked that the boss got on your nerves, that you didn't get the raise, they skipped over you on the supervisor. You thought this was gonna happen, this was gonna happen. They cut your hours. He ain't even unpacked all that. He just like, hey man, it's good. And you don't even know that person carrying all that. And you carry that so much that and you'll see it. You can see it in their action. Just like I said earlier, when every time you bring up something, I got more hours. So I'm not verbally saying it, but you can see through my action that, oh, okay, every time I bring something up, he thinking go get more hours or go get some more money. But that's the pressure of it, of trying to be a man, because you're trying to figure it out. Nobody ever told you this. Like, how do you maintain a relationship? How do you father somebody when you never been father? So you are this new blueprint to put it together the way you think it should go, and you're not
based
sure
off your experiences
if it's right or wrong. So you're learning on the job. So with that being said, that's a hard thing to do, especially when all the responsibility. It'd be like you show up to work tomorrow and they told you in charge of everything. And I ain't talking about just a schoolhouse. You the superintendent for education.
For all the schools?
No, United States.
Oh, okay.
Like everything. You Oklahoma, you Louisiana, you over education, all of the books we're going to have, what's being rejected, the president put out a new order. Yeah, hold up, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm used to my classroom. You done put here, and that's what it's like being a man. Now you're in charge of the family. You got to protect. Something happen, you got to fight to the death.
I want to take a break, a pause right there, and just say to all y'all daddies with this silent pressure, this struggle, these burdens, man, thank y'all. You don't have to do it alone, but we want y'all to know that we appreciate y'all. Y'all are doing a great job. Them kids still alive. They still have the activities of their lives.
Everything ain't perfect, but you there.
Y'all there?
Yeah. And
thank you. You're doing a great job.
And I'm gonna say this too, because we time check me on this. But another thing, let me speak to men too, because it's easy not to. It's easy to run away and let them put you on child support. Man, I'm paying child support. They good, so I ain't gotta show up.
Your presence is
I
more
could just
than
throw I could throw the money in. Now that boy hate you. You getting that money every month. She don't even tell him. She pocketing the money. No, be in that person's life, man. Show her. Hey, man, me and your mama ain't on speaking terms, but hey, you got my number. I'm at the house. You'll get on my last nerve. Okay, you moved on, but that's me up in there. Yeah, you can send them outside. I'm outside. Oh, the court said, don't play me. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That I always been my, because I know the trick of the enemy. And I'm saying it's biblical. He said, except you bind the strong man, you can't have the house. So the only way an enemy can destroy a house, he giving you the recipe, the strong man got to be bound. That's why I said my assignment is to free the strong man. Because if the enemy assignment is to bind the strong man, what if you had healthy men in each home, each neighborhood, each community? You could take the neighborhood because you got strong men. So the key is to get a strong man. But in order to do that, he got to be healthy. He got to be healthy emotionally, spiritually, financially, all the way around. And sometimes you got to undo some of that stuff. We got the wrong habits, wrong appetite, all the way from our diet. And what I mean by our diet physically, sexually, financially, because we waste money. Every time you get paid, you shouldn't get broke. You shouldn't get broke because you got more than one pair of shoes. I can tell you wasting money because you don't need number one pair. But in our mind, we got to have one that match each fly outfit because I got to be fresh. You got multiple hats. You got multiple pair of jackets. You don't need all that. That's just in your mind. Once you get yourself together, you can go get all that. But it's that discipline it take. And that's what the enemy then robbed us of. That's the key principle to a man. You got to be disciplined all the way around in order for you to sustain, protect, provide for your family. It takes you being disciplined. There's some people that are selfish. You had kids and you still thinking about you. You just said, man, she don't even understand it. I said, that's where you messed up at. You trying to make her understand you the lead. When I became a man, sometimes it means you got to bury your dream or you got to put it on pause for a minute or you got to delay some stuff. That's you. You created that family. You created that moment. So, remember we was talking a while back, time check me so we be on point. And I'll tell you, I never saw myself in law enforcement. And here it is, I'm going into the, second decade of law enforcement. How did I get there? I got there because life happened. You make a decision, you got to stand up and be a man. Yeah. I remember you told me you ain't like some job, you had quit and something. We entertained my dad. I'm about to flash out of the table. So first of all, this is the first time I hear you quit. Then you say it in front of people. Then I'm feeling like, sorry. If you say it in front of people, then we gotta clown in front of people. This is what you told me.
So sorry.
But this was crazy. I'm saying she said she don't like her job. I'm in a prison. Men get raped. People getting abused. I never saw myself in this place. How in the world you talking about you don't like your job? I'm up all night. You think I want to stay all night?
I was wrong. I most definitely was wrong. No. But I still never understood
it's still in a relationship.
Your perspective.
Yeah, it's not even you wrong. It's just a man part of it. And then you talk to a man. No, it's up to you. A woman don't have to work. Yeah, this the logic I'm getting. I don't know everybody's situation. Do what y'all do, but I'm just saying where we come from. It was like, nah, you the man, you the provider. So if that woman do quit, okay, well let me clock in then. Now I'm finna go to work. Now I'm gonna work without you. I'm gonna make enough money that your job it's not even a factor, because that's what the switch turned on my head. Let me get enough money to where you quit, go to work, don't go to work, go to school, do whatever you're gonna do. I'm going crazy on the job. Let me get 130 hours to pay period. I'm doing stuff like that because that's what my mind was. I didn't understand why. I never had no pattern. Nobody sit down and told me, hey, this is how you take care of family. Or y'all map this out. You don't need no two
But we weren't communicating.
You don't need no 2-bedroom apartment with a baby that gonna sleep with y'all the whole night because the baby gotta feed. The baby gotta feed. So what's the room for? Oh, we just keep diapers and the baby over there. The baby ain't even sleeping in there.
Don't even sleep in there.
But don't nobody tell you that. They tell you gotta have all these safety features and the baby can't be in the bed. What you gonna roll up on? Ain't nobody. All this stuff ain't even true. But it's the lack of knowledge. And then once again,
communication,
and then
communication too. Back to the story.
Back to communication squad goal. It having those people around you. If you gonna have a baby, how about talk to some people that had one?
Yeah.
Or if you finna be a man that's finna father or get married, how about talk to somebody
that have a success? You definitely cannot let shame, guilt, or defeat keep you from talking. Yeah. A closed mouth don't get fed.
We just said that when we were saying, I messaged you, somebody asked me how much the house was, stuff like that, and I told a number, and you were like, well, I just say, look, the person. I like, that's in our community, though. And then I asked you, and it wasn't even being funny on you. I like, why? If you bought something and I say, hey, bro, just, I ain't trying to be nosy, I'm trying to plan for me and my wife. Can you share me? Well, I'm just telling you, this is the baseline number. No, why you can't tell me what you did? What's the... And don't get me wrong, I ain't saying just no random person, but I'm saying if they family, if we family, why you can't say, well, this is what we saved up and we did this? Help me. Help me. Like what is it in our community that we feel like, nah, if I tell him I got them shoes on sale, he gonna go get them. It's something that's and
I think we always want people to think we have arrived.
It really bothers me because I'm like, what are you doing? Don't you realize? Don't nobody time check. Okay, don't you realize your community is behind everybody? So while you thinking you keeping something to you ignorant. I want to be around people that like chicken. I want to be around people that like Kool-Aid and all that. But I can't be around them because I'm holding everything for me. And that's the ignorance that I see in our culture. And I know I'm chasing squirrels with this. But when it comes to manhood, you see that. You won't even tell me how to get the promotion. You keeping the stuff and you holding it. I'll tell somebody, you 20 years my singer. We shouldn't even be beefing. You 20 years removed from me. You should be coaching me along. You on your way out here. I told one dude, hey, you close to checking out, baby.
Oh, yeah, don't tell people that.
It's just reality. We talking about numbers. Reality. just like Donald Trump, Joe Biden, they know it's close.
Oh.
It's close. When you get to a certain age, stop playing.
Okay, squirrel.
Okay. But I'm saying back to us as a culture and dealing with us as men, as a gender. You ought to, ain't no way. I'm 40. Well, you said, what's got my best friend messing with Campbell? Campbell, 20-some years, my son. Yeah, he just pulled up the house. You got that. Because what he's saying is, I seen this. You're on the right path, young man. And I mess with him all the time because me and him be arguing about stuff. But he 20 years, my son. He's on retirement, stuff paid off. Do this with the house and do this. Look at the money. Talk to your wife about this because he 20 years, my son. He don't have to do that. He's not my family. We're not blood or nothing, but what he sees, that's another young man that's doing something right. Let me expose. Hey, I paid this for the truck. What if you do this? This is the car, I did this. Because I don't want you to fail.
It's not about bragging. It's about not wanting you to fail and wanting you to succeed.
Come on, man.
Communicating.
You gatekeeping stuff and you about to die on the gate. Stop it. It's over with. You tripping. Diddy wouldn't be in the situation he in if he had squad goals. What if everybody around him a billionaire? I ain't even going to court. Yeah, what Donald Trump did when he got charges. I ain't worried about them charges. He came home. Mm-hmm. But see, when you the only one, when it only could be you,
they gonna try to pull
you had down. 3 decades to put everybody on. I want my whole crew. So when you come for me, you got to fight all of us. It's 30 billionaires. But see, what we have in our company, it should be 1,000 Oprahs right now. But when we have in our community, it's only could be one. And when you do that, you isolate. So when it's time to wipe you out, bye Kanye. One day you lose a bid, come on, man. But that's psychological. Now, this squirrels, though. But I'm saying that as males, we got to bring it to the table like the father did. You got access to the whole time. Don't ever think if I got something, you can't have it. We're connected. So that's the goal.
So what I have taken away today is I need to, as the woman in the house, right, learn how to, and even pray on this, how to communicate to you and with you that makes you open up a little bit more and feel comfortable enough talking so that we don't let legacy wash away with the wind or the rain or whatever, so that we can plan accordingly and map out where we want to see things going. Because at the end of the day, I'm following you, right? But I don't want to, not that I'm saying I follow you blindly, right? But it's our family. So I want to put my little 2 cents in. However, at the end of the day, I'm following you. And the only way for me to completely feel comfortable with it is that we communicate and I can clearly see your vision. I can see where you're trying to take us. And then as your partner, I can do my part to line up with what the vision for our family is.
Come on.
Yeah.
Say go in there. So teamwork make the dream work. That's the ultimate goal. So our goal is to make sure we squad up. Squad, it started at home with your team that God bless you with. We salute every man on Father's Day to make sure that you pump it out.
We appreciate you guys.
Make sure you being a priest, the protector, and the provider of your home. And the only way you can do that by acknowledging the one and only true Father, which is our Father in heaven, because he set the plan before us. He made the sacrifice that we may live the life of abundance.
Yes.
So we want to challenge you. Make sure, say thank you. Happy Father's Day to every father that's watching. Make sure you share this with a father. But also, if you like to support, make sure you give by way of Cash App, ICANN 365, which stands for Impact Community Action Network, 365 days of the year. Also, we have Giverify. You can look for us, Impact Church. You can look for me and Lady M on the picture and the logo. Make sure, because there's a gang of Impact Church DFWs, but make sure you plug in with that. Look for the logo. Look for our face. Make sure you support and give, because we're only able to do what we're able to do with your support and love. The Bible tells us where your treasures is, that's where your heart going to be. So we say thank you for your heart. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. We love you. Grace and peace.
Yes, guys. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.